Good evening. This side Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. As we speak, Treasury Consulting is a multinational headquartered group based out India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. More importantly, we are 100% cash rich group. By cash rich, I mean we have zero debt. As we speak, not a single dollar, I repeat, not a single dollar is invested in our company by any venture capitalist, any private equity, or anyone. We are a multinational hedge fund. Now, by multinational hedge fund, we mean we take positions in FICC. By FICC, I mean fixed income, currencies, and commodities. But having said that, we are proprietary hedge fund. Now, by proprietary, I mean we do not take third-party capital. So, per se, we are currently having $100 worth of positions, assuming. Then complete $100 is based on our own capital. No third party can claim to have even a single dollar backing in our position. And God is very kind that our hedge fund is completely profitable and making good profits in whole categories, which is FICC, fixed income, currencies, and commodities. Before I continue, let me first give you three good news. Number one is on the short app MX Takatak, we crossed near about 2000 videos. So as we speak on MX Takatak, we are holding 2000 videos. On ShareChat, which is also a social networking platform, today we crossed 2050 images. By images, I mean the financial market images, 2050. And today our training desk, rather I would say the Sheetal Academy, initiated a course which is how to study the operator. You know, operators are everywhere. It is not whether they are in India or they are not in United States, they are everywhere. So our Sheetal Academy started a course how to study operators. These three news. Number one, MX Takatak crossed 2000 videos, ShareChat crossed 2050 images and around 580 videos, and our Sheetal Academy started another course which is how to study operators. It's a video course. Today I would like to cover a very important topic which is known as venture capital term sheet. I repeat, venture capital term sheet. I don't know why people call this as a venture capital term sheet, because term sheet is a term sheet. It could be of venture capital, it could be of private equity, it could be of bank loan, or it could be of venture debt. So one interpretation issue I'm always having is that what the hell, people always claim that it's a venture capitalist term sheet. No. More or less the clauses in a term sheet is ubiquitous. Now ubiquitous is an English meaning, which is an English word, which means that it is more or less same, you know. Now you refer any private equity term sheet also, they are more or less same. So I don't know what the hell we refer this as a venture capital term sheet. There is an institution called National Venture Capital Association. Actually, these are called NWGs. NWG means National Working Groups. In finance, in foreign exchange, we have a concept called NWG, National Working Group. Just like FIMDA. FIMDA is a national working group. Just like BBA, British Banking Association, is a national working group. Just like Federal Reserve is a national working group. For a while, exclude the role that Federal Reserve is a central bank. So similarly, NBCA National Venture Capitalist Association is also a NWG. How effective these NWGs are working, that we all know. Anyways, so let me first give you the legal definition of the term sheet. And I always disregard the legal definitions because legal definitions are made by the people, those who are very good in if, but, has been, have been, wait, now, but they are functionally incompetent. They are functionally incompetent. And I always challenge them that the legal fraternity is very good in drafting, but they are functionally incompetent. And I can challenge them like, have you seen any lawyer worldwide? Have you seen any lawyer who loves to spoke on treasury management systems? Have you seen any lawyer who made video on LIBOR manipulation? Have you seen any lawyer who spoke about the flip side of SOFR, secured overnight financing rate? I have numerous examples. I've never been short of examples. Have you seen any judge who spoke about the LIBOR manipulation? Never. Anyways, so the legal definition of a term sheet is the term sheet or letter of intent is a key document in a venture capital transaction. What the hell is venture capital transaction? Even private equity also have a term sheet. Even venture debt also have a term sheet. Anyways, the term sheet or letter of intent is a key document in a venture capital transaction. Whether the initial agreement as to terms, its structure as a term sheet or a letter of intent is a technical difference, and the choice of designation is largely one to the personal preference, and I tend to disregard that. This is the definition of term sheet. You can say that. When any startup, I would say any startup who raise the funding, whether this is a Series A funding, whether this is Series B funding, Series C funding, all stupidities, then they need to sign the term sheet. Of course, as the time progresses, we would have more detailed videos on the term sheet. Let it be honest. But there are many clauses in the term sheet that you need to sign. There are many clauses you need to sign. So let me have few clauses which I mentioned in the paper, which I have noted down. Number one, the type of securities, the warrants, the amount of investment and capitalization, adjusted price per share, right upon liquidation, taxation structures, redemption or repurchase rights, vesting of founder share, rather ESOP pool. ESOP pool means employee stock option plan pool. The dilutive and anti-dilutive ESOP pool. I repeat, dilutive or anti-dilutive ESOP pool. Stock voting rights, stock vesting rights, board representations, investor director approval, anti-dilution provisions, anti-dilution covenants, closing conditions, registration rights, management rights, intellectual property rights, preemptive rights, play to pay, investor assignment agreements, and many more. So when you sign a term sheet, like if you open the Google and you simply mention the term sheet, then you get hell lot of PDFs. But majority of the PDFs do not speak about majority of the things. That's the beauty of the game. Because in term sheet, there is a condition. The original term sheets, which are signed by venture capitalist and the private, signed between a venture capitalist and the company, or a private equity and a company, will never come in public. Never come in public. Like, do you have a term sheet signed by any great Indian company in the public? Never. So when you, and more importantly, as a startup, one thing which you need to learn very carefully and apparently is that term sheet is an art. It is not a science. So please don't make it as a science. Now by art, I means term sheet is not all about the fixed clauses. You need to learn that. Term sheet is all about variable clauses. Now by variable clauses, I mean that it is not a swift message. So in a swift message, the count of the clauses is fixed, as it is by SWIFT, Society of Worldwide Financial and Interbank Telecommunications. But here it is not fixed. Here it depends upon startup to startup. Sometimes well-established company also. So please do take a note of that. So of course, more videos to come on the term sheet, but now I would like to make one thing very clear, that like I promised Treasury Consulting to enter in the Islamic banking, we started. Treasury Consulting started uploading Facebook updates and many more on YouTube. And now we are entering more into the world of venture capitalist and private equity firm. And I'll assure you, I will bring those issues of the term sheet. All the venture capitalist and private equity firms, take a note that Rahul Magan is here now. So from 2018, I am letting people know about your adventures. But now I am entering into the legality. You know the definition of legality? Very good. This is Rahul Magan from Treasury Consulting Group. You knew my personal number, 9899242978. 9899242978. Have a great time ahead.